Okay, you're recording right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you could please stop.
No.
You don't have our permission.
Respectfully, I don't need to. I don't need permission.
Actually, you do.
According to who?
According to me as an individual, as a citizen, you need my permission to record me, and you don't.
That's not true.
You can. It is.
What law is that?
If you want it, and I don't give my consent for anything either.
That's all right. You don't need to. I'm allowed to film. That's why I go. That's why I go into government buildings.
Something like that. Why didn't you contact us first?
Because I don't need permission. It's a right.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going? Are you a manager or supervisor?
My name's Nathan. I'm the assistant director.
Hey Nathan, how you
I
doing?
don't know if there's something we can do to help you.
Could you give me your name?
Who's who?
Are you stopped recording?
No.
I'll probably hang out until you're ready to leave, just because some of our folks they are feeling a little nervous. So I'm just going to support my staff.
Our rights don't end where somebody else's feelings begin. My point is, if you could, instead of fostering their fears, maybe just educate them. So
sure.
if it happens again, there's not an issue. Welcome back, Liberty Trollers. We are back here at the Environmental Protection Division in Orlando, Florida. I'm not liking the way that flag is not all the way up on the pole there. It needs to be all the way up the top. I'm going to find out why. We're going to head in, make sure our public servants treat us with respect and honor our rights, namely the freedom of press under the First Amendment of the United States. So we're just freely expressing our right, and we're not going to get up in anybody's face or cause a scene. We want to get organic reactions here. Hopefully the reactions are professional and cordial. So we won't engage with anyone unless we're asking questions about what services they have or if they approach us. So let's have a look-see. Correction, they actually moved over here to this building just a few buildings down. So now we're gonna head in. All right, so we gotta go to room 232. And here we are. Gotta sign in. Ooh, that water fountain will get you. What was that? This is the Department of Environmental Division. Okay. Protection. What do y'all do? Here at this, did you guys used to be at the administration building down the street? About 10 minutes away?
This place, we're a state office. We regulate like potable water, public water systems,
Right.
water systems, hazardous waste
excuse me.
facilities.
Yeah.
Wastewater.
Yeah.
That
Gotcha.
Sort of thing.
What services for the public do you guys have here? If they just want to pay a water bill or pay a utility bill or no, nothing like that.
No.
Gotcha.
Are you looking for a particular business?
I'm trying to get everything. I'm making an educational video, so I just came from the administration building down the road, downtown Orlando area, whatever that building name is. I just walked into all their offices, so they said the environmental division is here, so I follow suit.
Orange, are you talking about a county?
What was that?
A county?
What about a county?
Because you said you were at Orlando. Are you talking about, this is a state office, but you're doing city?
Well, any governmental entity, really. So I just came from there. I went to the Florida Department of Professional something or other. I can't remember the names of them. Places I've never been before. And so just trying to give myself an education and show what kinds of services you guys have in these government buildings.
Oh, okay.
A lot of our information can be found on our website.
Yeah, that would defeat the purpose, though. Jeez, it's hot in here. Because my purpose is to basically show how you get those services, assuming somebody doesn't have a computer or can't read, or you never know. That's why they have these services for the public. So just trying to get an idea.
There's nothing that we do here for the average person, unless they're
Right.
like buying land and
Right.
something like
Oh, okay.
that.
Okay. And I see you got some pamphlets over here.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to speak with somebody about the map direct.
Thank you.
Map direct. I'm not sure.
Values: leadership, integrity, accountability. Let me read that one again. Accountability, communication, innovation, and service. Got their own law enforcement. All right, let's see if we can get into law enforcement here. Nope, it's locked. Yeah, there's not much to see here. For added building security, this door is to remain closed.
Map direct, it may be Otis, Office of Technology and Information Systems. I believe it's.
Oh, your shipmates. Mr. Alex Santiago,
See if they have any.
Carly Cockburn, Tian Duclos, Corey Roick.
Hold on just a second, I'll be right back.
How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. Can I help you?
They already answered some of my questions. I'm just getting some shots of the governmental entities in the building. This is the only one, right?
For what
Like
exactly?
like
Can you
taxpayer
stop
money.
recording? We don't have our permission.
Oh no, it's a government. That's why I was saying I only go in the government
Yeah, I know,
buildings.
but can you stop recording because you don't have our permission?
Well, no, respectfully, I don't need permission. I do media.
Actually, you
so-
do if you're going to use any of us on camera. So
For-
actually, I kind of need you to stop recording.
Well, respectfully, I'm not going to. It's
Okay, you're recording right now?
yeah.
Yeah, so if you could please stop.
No.
You don't have our permission.
Respectfully, I don't need to. I don't need permission.
Actually, you do.
According to who?
According to me as an individual, as a citizen, you need my permission to record me and you don't.
That's
So
not true.
You can, it is.
What law is that?
It is a common law in a media of the legal court.
Okay.
So if you could just
You have a
please stop
statute?
recording.
You have a statute you can show me?
Could you please stop recording? Okay, great. All right,
Okay.
we'll be back.
All right. Carry on. Let's see if she's on here. Oh, I do have one last question. Who was that lady that just spoke to me?
She'll probably come back and tell you if you ask her.
Do you know her name? First name.
You can ask her.
Okay.
You can ask
You're allowed to give out her name. It's public record. Just so you know.
I know, but she'll tell you when she comes back.
Okay.
I assume she's coming back.
I hope so. She was a little rude. Do you guys have well, what's her title? Is she a manager or something here? Or do you know her title? Is she a manager?
She'll tell you. You can ask her directly. She'll tell you.
Okay, you can tell me too, you know.
But you know, all our doors are locked for security that's,
Yeah.
you know, that's just a normal thing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not going into those rooms. We're good. So I think she came out of here. Director's Office, Administration, Watershed Management, Monitoring. Obviously, I can't go back in there. It's key card access. This is a lobby and a hallway. Oh, I'm sorry. What
Did
was
you get everything you needed?
almost? What was your name?
Okay.
What was your name, man? Did you find out what you were looking for? Ma'am, could I get your name?
No, you don't have my permission to record me either, so.
Were you educated? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she talked to somebody and they said leave him alone. Yeah, so she didn't give me her name.
If she's uncomfortable giving her own name.
It's public record though. She shouldn't be a public employee.
And I don't really
You
want to
know.
be recorded on your educational video either.
Well, I mean, you work for the public though, you know, respectfully.
I
Respectfully.
understand it, I'm just being
So you're
respectful.
Barbara Browning?
If you want it, and I don't give my consent for anything either.
That's all right, you don't need to. I'm allowed to film. That's why I go into government buildings.
Something like that, why didn't you contact us first?
Because I don't need permission, it's a right. It's a constitutional.
You can come upstairs and be here, but, you know, why didn't you contact, you could have,
Well, I'm allowed to record. I mean, who would I get permission from anyway? You know?
oh, fine.
I mean, that lady, she was rude to me. I just want to know her name so I can file a complaint. She refused to give me her name. That's against policy.
If she was uncomfortable, I can't
Well,
talk
being
to her.
uncomfortable doesn't mean you can violate your own policy.
If she's uncomfortable.
That doesn't matter.
We're not giving it out.
That doesn't matter. You guys are public employees. You shouldn't work for the public if you don't want your name out there. It's public record. I can do a FOIA request and get that information. I can get your title,
Go
your first and last
ahead.
name.
Go
I can get
ahead. Please
your
do.
your salary. I can get all that stuff.
We're not gonna
Please
stop
do.
you.
Yeah, but it's just professional if you answer the public when they ask for it.
Please do. That's, you're right, you're absolutely right. You have the right to do that, and go ahead.
Well, where would I file a complaint?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Is there a manager or supervisor I could speak to? Director or someone? Please.
What were you directed to do?
What do you mean?
Were you directed to leave the building, or were you told you could stay up here?
Neither. She just said she didn't want me to film, but I was telling her that, you know, it's a public building. How you doing?
Hi.
Hi, how's it going? Are you a manager or supervisor?
My name's Nathan. I'm the assistant director.
Hey Nathan, how you doing, buddy? So I'm just up here taking some video, and I don't know, what was her name, the lady who came out here with the
I'm not
trash?
sure who you spoke with. Yeah.
If I showed you a picture, would you be able to tell me?
I don't know.
'Cause she refused to identify herself. She was giving me directives not to take video,
Okay.
and I said, well, respectfully, you know, I'm not going to stop recording because you're asking me to, you know, because
Sure.
this is a public building, you know, and
Well, we actually don't own this building. We lease space here.
yeah, it's occupied by government
So I
entity.
guess my
yeah.
question is,
Excuse me.
and I would hope you could understand how this
Yeah.
could make people nervous.
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
Well, my rights don't end where someone else's
I'm
feelings
certainly
begin.
not trying to trample your rights.
I know.
I
just want you to-
want to know if there's something we can do to help you.
Could you give me her name?
Who's who?
Well,
I mean, if you want to go over here,
Yeah.
we can look at pictures that have names on them on the board right here.
Sure.
Public space.
Let me see if she's on here.
No, it's all good. Yes.
I mean, she just came from back there. She was wearing a red, like, one-piece dress.
Okay.
Could you go find out for me?
Well, I don't. Did she do something to it?
Yeah. She said she was giving me directives not to take pictures and video of her, which I wasn't. I was looking at this wall. She came up to me, approached me, said, "Don't film me." I said, "Well, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Let me educate you for a second.
Sure.
There's no expectation of privacy in public. You know, it's a public building." And she said, "I'll be right back then." I said, "Okay." It sounded like she was going to get somebody to get me in trouble. She comes back, doesn't say anything to me. I said, "Okay, what was your name, ma'am?" And then, so I guess somebody educated her, and she's refusing to identify herself now. So I want to know who she is so I can file a complaint against her.
Okay.
Make sure she was educated.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't want to speculate on who you may have spoken with.
If I turn off my camera and I show you a picture of her, can you identify her?
Well, I mean, I think we've got all our team members right here, so I don't really want to.
Are you against me showing you my video so you can identify her?
Well, I don't think that's quite what I'm saying either.
Well, are you unwilling to do that if I were to show you a picture of her? I don't recognize her from looking at these photos. I already tried looking for her. I can't
Okay,
find
well,
her.
why don't you go ahead and do that? I want to be able to try to.
A few moments later.
See her on here. Now that you know what she looks like, can you get her name for me?
Well, I mean,
Because I'm going to file a complaint against her, so I want to make sure she's
well,
educated.
I'll take the complaint, certainly, because I'm the
Yeah.
assistant director here. I believe it's Pamela.
Pam? Oh,
So the photo right
it's
there.
usually the one that's most obvious.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Pamela.
So
Ammon.
what I do want to do here, though,
Yeah.
is I mean, I want to be able to help you because that's what,
Yeah.
as you noted, that's
Yeah,
what we're here for.
perfectly fine.
So you came in and you wanted to capture kind of our lobby area.
Right, just the publicly accessible areas.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess I would say, has that been accomplished?
Well, I don't know. Right,
Is there-
my mission's changed a little bit. It's now to make sure, like, I don't want to file a complaint, right?
Okay.
What I would rather happen, Nathan, is I want her to come out and just acknowledge that she's been educated on the case law, that if you're, there she is. So you're Miss Ammon or Pamela,
That would be
correct?
me.
Okay. So I just want to make sure you're educated.
Are you stopped recording?
No, at this
Okay.
point I'm not going to stop because of the confrontation that you
Well,
started.
there's no confrontation. We just need you to stop recording. You don't have my permission to record,
You would
so
have-
I'm asking you to stop recording.
So case law is when you're in a public government building, there is no expectation of privacy in public. That's case law. If you were in a private business, you'd have a point.
I'm just please asking you
I'm with
to
media.
stop recording.
I know what I'm doing. You can ask. If you would have asked me politely, I probably would have turned the camera away or something. But at this point, I just want to make sure you're educated, so I don't have to file a complaint.
Well, you can file a complaint, that's okay. I'm personally asking you to stop recording. And if
Okay.
there's something we can do to help you, that's great.
Well,
But
the
I'm
two
just
ladies
asking
at the
you to
front
stop
already helped me.
recording.
I was just getting this picture, and I would have been gone already, like 20 minutes or 15 minutes ago. But you know, when you confronted me, that's what started all this. Just want to make sure you're educated. That's all.
Well, they-
Nathan's been good. It's been great.
So well, and I don't want to
Yeah.
see anybody have anything here. So I think you sounds like you've accomplished what you needed to hear. You've communicated with Pamela and me, and I think that sounds like it's sufficient. So is there anything else we can do to help you?
Oh, I mean, so you understand now there's nothing against the law per se with taking pictures and video inside of a government building? Excuse me.
Well, again, I'm asking you to stop recording.
I get
because
that.
You don't have my personal permission to record.
Yeah, but you
So
understand what I'm
If you don't want
saying.
to, that's okay.
You understand what I'm saying though? I don't need your permission. You can ask for it, or you can ask me to stop, but you can't like give me a directive to
Okay,
stop.
is there anything else we can do for you?
No, I'm just gonna continue to get my shots and I'll be all set.
Okay.
But you do understand that what I'm saying is 100% correct, right?
No, I'm not gonna agree to it or disagree to it. I'm just saying,
Okay.
I'm asking you to stop recording.
Can I ask you?
Me
Can I ask you
personally.
something for asking me something? So
Complicated
here's
story
a
down
here's
here.
a
We can
okay.
ask-
Let's compromise.
ask
Let's
away.
meet in the middle. Will you, in good faith, look it up later? What I'm telling you, so you can
absolutely
educate yourself,
will.
not in a demeaning
It's
way,
not
but
an
just educate
educated,
yourself
we'll
on that
absolutely look it up,
topic
but-
later on. That's all. Okay.
Just, you know.
Okay. Well, I'll turn this way so you're not on the film. All right. Well, that's all I needed. I mean, I'm glad you came out and spoke to me. I wasn't looking to speak to anybody initially. I just wanted to get my pictures and video and leave. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
So,
No, yeah, it's pretty normal for us when we have folks that seem like they might need some assistance out
Yeah,
here
sure.
for us to come out and see if there's anything we can do.
and there's not a whole lot to see over here anyway. I just came from
It's
the
a little
administration.
boring.
Yeah, I
We're
just
not the most exciting.
I've been to more exciting. I just came from the administration building in downtown Orlando.
Okay.
Where they have the mayor's office and all that. So I got all my pictures there. That was a lot more interesting.
little
But they
more
said
stuff,
the environmental buildings down here. I was like, oh, I've never been there, so I'll just check it out. So
Okay.
I just kind of do a collage of all the governmental buildings and services. I make sure that our government employees treat we the people with respect and that they honor our rights. That right being the First Amendment, freedom of press. You know, so any civilian can be press. You know, if you pick up a phone or a camera, you start recording in a publicly accessible area, not a restricted area. You're allowed to film. So I'm not trying to get anybody. Excuse me.
Hang on,
I'm not
sorry.
trying to get I'm not trying to get a specific reaction out of anybody. It's more of just to see what organically they're going to do.
Okay.
And it's for educational purposes. You can look if you have a card on you. I'll keep that confidential, and I'll
Actually
send
don't have
you.
my card, but
Okay.
I mean, Nathan Hess, right there.
Okay. Your email's not up there, is it?
It's not. It's my first.
I was gonna send you.
Nathan.hess.
Okay. I was gonna
FloridaDEP.gov.
say it one more time.
First name dot last name Nathan.Hess
Okay.
at FloridaDEP.gov.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
So I'll tell you all our email addresses.
All right, Nathan. I don't want to keep you from
Okay.
work or anything, man. But thank you for
Yeah.
coming out, being cordial
Okay.
and professional. That's pretty much it. I'll be out here in a couple minutes. So.
Okay. Well, if
Right.
you don't mind, I'll probably hang out until you're ready to leave, just because
Sure.
some of our folks they're feeling a little nervous. So I'm just going to support my staff and make sure that they feel okay.
Well,
So
let me. You don't have to. So here's the thing. Like, our rights don't end where somebody else's feelings begin.
I'm not trying to.
And I know you're not trying to infringe on my rights. I know you're just trying to. I know you're trying to keep the peace. But here's the thing. It builds character when people are. We live in America, right? So
Yes,
it
we do.
builds character to be in situations and be educated on things that we may have been mistaken on. If they're nervous or uncomfortable, somebody coming in with a camera in the 21st century where everyone's got YouTube and all kinds of like social media and everyone's taking selfies these days. I mean, it doesn't seem far left field to be taking pictures of video in a public building. You know what I mean? They signed up to be a public employee.
Correct.
So you see my point, right?
No, I see your.
So my hope would be, my point is, if you could, instead of fostering their fears, maybe just educate them.
Oh,
so
sure.
if it happens again, there's not an issue.
No, understood.
You know what I mean?
Understood. And it's not the goal to try to make people afraid.
Yeah.
And you may be familiar with this or not. As a government regulatory body, there are folks out in the world there that don't like us, and that do make some threats or do some weird things. And so that's why we do pay attention to certain things that
Sure.
are maybe out of the ordinary, that we're not used to seeing.
Yeah.
That might be an indicator that there's something amiss or concerning for us.
me.
So that's when, that's why
Yeah.
I get to come out here and say, hey, what's going on? And is there anything I can
Yeah,
do?
we done a fine job. But just,
So- So like I said,
wanna
I'll
find
probably
understanding.
hang out until you've captured all the things you want to capture.
All right.
Just so we can do it. So, you're welcome to, I don't know if you caught all this stuff.
I did. I'm gonna get a
Restrooms
drink
right over there.
of
Yep.
water here, and
Water.
this thing almost got me right in the face earlier.
It's
Look
a
at that.
mighty, yeah, we keep talking
Mighty
our
stream.
landlord about it, but it shoots.
Doesn't score though.
I do like the bottle fillers we got though. Those are really
Yeah,
nice.
those are nice.
Reduce the plastic bottle stuff.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and leave now. Just I'll trust that that after today, your staff will be, I guess, maybe next meeting or something.
Something
you guys
we can
have.
talk about
just,
to
it's
help
just
prepare folks.
it's,
Yeah.
as a public, someone who works for the public, is something that they should all be aware of. It's not like they work in a bank or a private business. So they sign up for this kind of thing to potentially happen. So they can't give directives to members of the public and say things that would infringe on their rights. Not that they would mean to, it's just some people do. I understand feeling a little uncomfortable, but if they're educated ahead of time, it might help qualm some of that. And that's it. I think
you
I've
go.
said enough. So again, thanks a lot, brother.
Very good. Take
All right,
care.
have a good one.
See ya.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Ladies, have a good one, okay? Sorry about the confusion earlier. Nathan and I had a good conversation, so
right.
have a good one, y'all. Have a good one. Thank you. All right, Liberty Trollers, we are just now leaving, and as you can see, people were educated. That's very, very important. That's why we do these videos, to make sure that our public servants understand that when working in the capacity of their roles that we pay them to do, they need to respect us. And if we are asking them to identify themselves, especially when they're the ones approaching us and giving directives on top of that, they need to identify who they are. Otherwise, they're just some random person giving directives. But as you saw, Nathan kind of came to the rescue, and we had a cordial conversation. I do believe he's going to have a conversation with multiple employees there, maybe the entire staff, to make sure that they're aware that members of the public can exercise freedom of press under the First Amendment of the United States. And next auditor who comes by, maybe we'll have a pretty boring audit, because they'll be educated and will know not to create a scene or give unnecessary directives or try to violate anyone's rights. So although it started out, I thought it was going to be a pretty boring audit, like a good audit. But then, because the two ladies at the front desk, the receptionist, they were friendly. And then when Pamela came out and kind of caused that confrontation, and was giving directives. Then the receptionist dropped the ball by failing to identify the lady for me. Pamela at first wasn't going to identify herself when I directly asked her. Nathan came out. That's why I turned off my camera for a second, so I can show him the video where she approached me so he could help identify her. As soon as we identified her, Pamela came out. We kind of came to some middle ground because I felt like, you know, my mission was accomplished in giving an education. Was able to, you know, get a good faith commitment from Nathan that he would educate the rest of his staff or educate others on this. So I'm gonna say this is a pass, but if I had to grade this, it might be like a C or a C minus. That's pretty much it, guys. We are in Orlando, Florida. This is the Environmental Protection Division. We were at another building initially, which is somewhere over there, and it turns out they may have relocated here because the sign for this division is elsewhere. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this audit and got something out of it. Iron sharpens iron, so even for all you other auditors who watch my videos, hopefully you were edified in some way, or maybe picked up on something you may have not seen before, or a certain way about, you know, or approaching public servants in this sort of situation. I hope it helps you in some way. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.